We're back and we're following new developments in the crypto world today as a U.S. federal court paves the way for the first ever Bitcoin ETF.
The first Bitcoin ETF could be coming soon as court rules in favor of Grayscale over the SEC.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
The District of Columbia Court of Appeals has paved the way for Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. Let me explain to you exactly what happened here. The SEC loses, Grayscale wins. The SEC had previously rejected Grayscale's Bitcoin spot ETF application to turn their trust into a spot ETF. The SEC did not have legitimate reasons for rejecting this. The DC Court of Appeals rules that the SEC's denial of an ETF was, quote, arbitrary and capricious. Bitcoin spot ETF approval is now closer than ever before.
I'll tell you what happened here. They got caught up in their own logic. They were under pressure to approve a Bitcoin ETF. They didn't want to because the concerns about manipulation on these Bitcoin exchanges, legitimate concern. So they said, okay, we're not doing that, but we're going to approve a Bitcoin futures ETF. And the court saw through that. The court said, these are like products. You approve one and didn't approve the other. You can't hide behind the idea that this is a regulated product because it's a futures product. The court saw through that, and that was the logic trap. The D.C. court agreed with Grayscale, and they said the Bitcoin exchange-traded product is materially similar to the Bitcoin futures exchange products that the SEC had already approved. The court said, I'm quoting here from the court case, the denial of Grayscale's proposal was arbitrary and capricious because the commission failed to explain its different treatment of similar products. The court concluded that the NYSE Arca had presented substantial evidence that Grayscale is similar across the relevant regulatory factors to Bitcoin futures ETPs. The commission failed to adequately explain why it approved the listing of two Bitcoin futures but not Grayscale's proposed Bitcoin ETP. In the absence of a coherent explanation, this unlike regulatory treatment of like products is unlawful. That's a pretty harsh condemnation here. So where does this leave a spot Bitcoin ETF? Well, it certainly puts pressure on the SEC.
The courts have spoken. Between Ripple winning their suit and now Grayscale winning their suit, Gary Gensler and the SEC look like absolute clowns. Take a look. These are the spot Bitcoin ETF applications on file. Now we can add Grayscale here and understand what this court case means. It doesn't mean that any one of these got approved. I know everybody's waiting for the BlackRock ETF, and believe me, I'm bullish. What this means is that any of these applications, whether it's on their first deadline, second deadline, third deadline, final deadline, are that much more closer and likely to get approved. By the way, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Daily videos just like this, keeping you informed on the entire cryptocurrency market. If you're interested in making money in cryptocurrency, subscribe to our channel, Daily Videos. Do you have any idea how big of a decision this was for Grayscale?
How big of a decision is this on Grayscale?
It's massive. This has been a years-long pursuit for Grayscale. Remember, it has been fighting the SEC's decision, and now it has the courts in their favor. If you look at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, this is the main entity that would face a conversion. This is one of the longest standing, largest trusts holding Bitcoin, in which retail and institutional investors have been able to gain exposure for many, many years now. You are looking at a discount to net asset value really narrowing here. At this very moment, it stands at about 24% under its net asset value, but that is expected to narrow as they get closer to the ETF conversion, which has really become a main thesis for investing in this fund. And beyond that, as you're saying, there is a whole host of other ETF filings in the pipeline, and this is boding well for those firms. I will also say that in addition to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust finding some love on the heels of this decision, you are also seeing Bitcoin itself up above 27,000. It's almost 5% jump in the market right now, because the idea here is that by a potential conversion here for the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into an ETF, it could draw massive adoption from financial advisors, retail investors. Think about how much money on the sidelines could be sitting there from the likes of the large wirehouses that could become more comfortable about putting their clients into a regulated ETF exposed to Bitcoin rather than spot Bitcoin itself.
So all this news today, it doesn't mean that this happened yet, but it means that something like this is closer to happening. A BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF will get approved, maybe this year, maybe next year. And if not BlackRock, we have ARK, we have iShare, Bitwise, WisdomTree, Van Eck, Investco, Grayscale. I'm pretty unhappy with the way that Gary Gensler and the SEC has really been regulating crypto. They send enforcement actions first, and they provide regulatory clarity second. I mean, think about this. EOS raised $4.1 billion in an ICO in 2018. They settled with the SEC for $24 million. Profit $4 billion for EOS. Impact Theory raised $30 million for an NFT collection. Settles with the SEC for $6 million. $24 million profit for Impact Theory. So you can offer unregistered securities in crypto. Just give the SEC a cut, right? I'm so bullish on the entire space. Let me share with you a few metrics. Uniswap spot volume surpassed Coinbase in 2023. I believe this is the second year in a row that decentralized exchange Uniswap surpassed spot volume for Coinbase. OnlyFans bought 20 million of Ethereum as revenue surged. So now companies are buying Ethereum and Bitcoin. Pretty interesting. Speaking of Ethereum, take a look at these two bullish metrics. Ethereum on exchanges down to 14.7 million coins. Ethereum in staking contracts, 28.1 million coins, meaning almost twice as much ETH being staked versus Ethereum available to sell on exchanges. That's insane. Different tokens are expanding, upgrading, getting bigger and better. Polygon founder unveils massive upgrade plans coming to Matic token. And perhaps the second biggest news of the day, breaking news, X, or Twitter, obtained a license for crypto payments and trading. Yes, social media giant formerly known as Twitter could be poised to bring crypto payment services to its 450 million active users. The popular media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, has lined up its ducks to enable cryptocurrency payments through its platform. X acquired a Rhode Island currency transmitter license on August 28th, according to NMLS data. With this authorization, X may store, transfer, or exchange digital assets on its platform, as well as maintain those assets on behalf of others. X is now well poised to introduce crypto payment services to its nearly 450 million active users. The cryptocurrency market just keeps heating up. Subscribe to the channel. Daily videos keeping you informed. My name's Aaron, Altcoin Daily. See you tomorrow. Hey, join us at Bitcoin Amsterdam October 12th and 13th. This is an epic Bitcoin conference. Use code Altcoin Daily, 10% off tickets. Get this ticket or get this ticket. Ticket prices increase as we get closer to the event. So many awesome speakers are being added every single day. Use code Altcoin Daily for 10% off. Hope to see you there.